Welcome to biology again, everybody. We're going to be covering lesson 312 today, which is the Photosynthesis WebQuest. I think it's a fun little activity. Gives you a chance to work independently and show us what you know. Before we get started, I'd like to review with you what we learned yesterday about photosynthesis and respiration. So I'd like you to pause the video at this point, grab a sheet of paper, and jot down some things that you remember that are similar and different about photosynthesis and respiration. Hopefully, maybe even the formulas. I hope you've taken a chance to pause the video and write down some of these things that you remember. If you haven't had a chance to do that, go ahead and pause the video now. Remember, this is about what you know. Well, we can start with a little bit of a hint, and I'll provide you with the photosynthesis equation. If that helps, pause the video from here, take a look at the photosynthesis equation, understand what's happening on the reactant side and the product side, the ingredients and the cookies like we talked about. Okay, I hope you've had a chance to pause the video and jot down some things about the photosynthesis equation. Here's another hint that might help. There's the respiration equation, cellular respiration. Remember, we're not going to cover the equation for fermentation, but that would also be a type of respiration. So pause the video here and finish filling out some similarities and differences that you might see. Okay, so you may have seen something like the same formulas on each side. You may have seen something like a source of energy on each side. You may have noticed that they are reverse reactions. We talked about that the other day. If a reaction can go either way, you learn this in chemistry, we call it a reverse reaction. So you might have some responses like I have here. It's important that you, from this kind of chart, can understand their locations. Mitochondria for cellular respiration, chloroplasts for photosynthesis. You need to be able to understand that there is ATP produced at the end of respiration and glucose produced at the end of photosynthesis. Similarities would be that there are both chemical reactions, that they use the same substances either as inputs or outputs, and as a difference or a similarity, depending on which side you put that on, what one produces, the other uses. So it is, in fact, a reversible reaction. So now you get a chance to go on the internet, more than you are now, and do a little bit of a WebQuest. After this activity, you should be able to explain that glucose is formed during photosynthesis, a process in which plants use light energy from the sun to form glucose from carbon dioxide and water. You're going to go into the content under Unit 312, and you're going to look for the 312 WebQuest for photosynthesis. So if you look at your course homepage, and then you go under Content, which you'll see right here, you can scroll down to 312, pull up the WebQuest module, and there are 2 files in here. There's also an attendance quiz farther down. But you want to download the document that is in the WebQuest, not the Dropbox. So the document is going to look like this. Make sure that you read all of the steps carefully. And I've put these little boxes here just to make sure that you can check those off. Once you follow the link, well, first of all, you want to, once you download this, you want to enable it so you can change it. And you want to save it as a title like this. I do want your first and last names in here, please, so that I can easily find out who you are. Once you open it, you'll see that there's a blue link here to a very cool website that I've used for years for this. You want to click on the link, and just a reminder, you have to click Control and click on it with the mouse. You can either do that or cut and paste the link into your browser. Once you're on that website, you're going to want to click on the link that reads Go to Illuminating Photosynthesis, or you can click on the picture that's rotating through but sometimes looks like a plant in a jar. I have provided you some format here to type your answer in. And I know that sounds odd, but I want you to do that because I want your answers in a different color. That way it's easy for my old eyes to see when I grade it. And this is a graded assignment. It's worth 20 points. I've put what each, here you can see that, I've put what each question's worth here in the point, so you'll never have to guess what it is. So when you pull it up, this is the main screen. You're going to want to either click on this link here or go to Illuminating Photosynthesis. There is an option down here for a non-flash version, but as soon as you click on this one, which is interactive, you'll get a little puzzle diagram like this, and just enable it. You all should already have it installed. You're going to launch the interactive. You're going to read the poem that comes up, and after you've read the poem, then you can click on the cycle, atomic shuffle, and the 3 puzzlers that you find at the top of the heading. After you've filled out the questions, which are what I call right there questions, it means that they are right there in the reading. Then make sure you submit it with the name change, and then you should be able to meet this objective discussing how glucose is formed during photosynthesis, a process which plants use light energy from the sun to form glucose from carbon dioxide and water. Take a minute and check in with yourself after you've done the assignment and see if you could answer that question on a test sufficiently. All right, so your homework for the day is this WebQuest. I'm going to make it due tomorrow, Thursday, the 1st of November by 11:30. You will also have a study guide, and that's open already, so you can work on that if you finish the WebQuest real fast. We're going to go over the questions on the study guide together in class tomorrow. So do try to come with an educated opinion about what the answers ought to be. You also have an attendance quiz that you need to fill in for today. Your code word for the day is quest. Again, your code word is quest. So if you have any questions while you're doing the WebQuest, feel free to email me. You already have it, but I wrote it again. And you can text me, which is probably best, or call me at 248-962-3910. Again, give me a call or a text, preferably a text because, I can get back to you just as easy, or I can call you if you want to leave me a number on the text. Have a good time, and I'm not out of the office, so I'm very reachable. I just thought it would be nice for you guys to have a chance to work independently today. It is 20 points, and it's due tomorrow night by 11:30, along with the study guide. Well, the study guide will be due the day of the test. All right, have fun, and good luck.